Had a little bit of confusion lately between the difference between conventional loans and FHA loans, and I thought it would be a good idea to explain a little bit more in detail of what you need to have happen if you're doing an FHA loan. Now, a conventional loan, a conventional appraisal, they're checking the market value of the house. But when it comes to an FHA appraisal, that appraiser is looking for more than just property value. They're looking at minimum property standards, a house that must meet some appraisal requirements, some guidelines. And here are some of those things today. It must have an undamaged exterior, foundation, and roof. Safe and reasonable property access, no tripping hazards. It must not have any loose wiring or exposed electrical systems. To pass an FHA appraisal, all appliances and mechanicals that are there must be in working order. And all relevant utilities, gas, electricity, water, sewage, all must function properly. It must have a working, permanent heating system that can heat the property adequately. Must have surfaces free of chipping or peeling lead-based paint. Adequate access to attic spaces and natural ventilation in any crawl spaces. Access to potable water, it's got to be safe to drink, obviously. Free-form wood-destroying insect infestations, must be free from any of those. No interior or exterior health and safety hazards, like anything, anywhere where there's 3 steps or more, it's got to have a handrail. And it must be truly a marketable property. If deficiencies are found, if there are repairs that are needed to be made to pass the FHA appraisal, they must be fixed by the seller. And the appraiser will need to revisit the property to make sure that those repairs have actually been done. If repairs are required, this is probably going to delay your closing. It's probably going to add some time. And FHA appraisals stay with the property for 180 days. That's 6 months. If the transaction should fail, that appraisal will stick with the property for the next 6 months. That encourages really the seller to make these repairs and get them done. If it's just a simple situation where you have some flaking paint, a lot of times the lender can make it so that the money needed to do that can be escrowed. If it can't be done because of the weather right now, like right now it's too cold and not so great in the wintertime in Northern Illinois, the lender may be able to get that escrowed, that money escrowed, so that those repairs can be made later. As always, check with your local lender and use a strong local lender so that they can explain to you face-to-face if needed exactly what you need to pass.